أهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة وفيديو جديد لقناتنا English for Arabs. إن شاء الله الفيديو النهاردة يتضمن معاني الكلمات لنص الوحدة الثامنة، إجابة الأسئلة والإكسرسايزز، شرح لنص الوحدة أول 3 صفحات، بالإضافة إلى PowerPoint presentation للsimple present WH questions مع شرح WH questions المضارع البسيط. أهم حاجة إن الطالب يحفظ الكلمات كويس جدا قبل ما يبدأ الشرح ويعرف المعاني، لأن الشرح كله هيكون بالإنجليش، مفيش عربي خالص، ودي أحسن طريقة لتعلم اللغة. Now let's start. Unit 8. What do you do? Page 50. A closet. A safe. 1. The words of exercise number 1. كلمات اللي موجودة في exercise 1. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What's your job? What do you work? What do you work? What do you work? What do you work? Jobs. Jobs. Careers. Careers. Teacher. Somebody works in a school. A person who works in a school. Policeman. A policeman works in a police station. Police. Policeman. Take care. This word police. Policeman. خلي بالنا الكلمة دي معظم الناس بنطقها غلط، بيقولوا police. النطق البريطاني والأمريكي police زي العربي. Policeman works in a police station. Security guard. T soft D. Security guard keeps everything safe. A security guard keeps everything safe. Security T soft D. Dentist. A dentist cures patients. A dentist cures patients. Trainer. Train, train, trained. Train, train, trained. Physician. Physician. A doctor for stomach. Oculist. Oculist. A doctor cares for eyes. Cashier. A cashier collects sums for customers. A cashier collects sums for customers. Chef. Cook. A cook. A chef. Flight attendant. Flight attendant. Air host or air hostess. Take care. Flight attendant. Air host. Air host is old use. خلي بالك كلمة air host و air hostess استخدامهم مش شائع دلوقتي، استخدامهم قديم، لكن flight attendant هي الكلمة المستخدمة دلوقتي. Flight attendant. Judge. A person who works in a court. Judge. A person who works in a court. Lawyer. A lawyer. A person who works in a court. A lawyer. A lawyer works in a court. Musician. Musician. Mu S as Z. هنطق الاس هنا Z. Music. C-I-N شن. Musician. Someone who plays the music. Nurse. A person who helps the doctor. Pilot. A pilot flies a plane. Police officer. A police officer works in a police station. Police station. Receptionist. Front desk agent. A receptionist. A front desk agent. Salesperson. Vendor. Someone who sells things. A salesperson. A vendor. Someone who sells things. Plumber. Plumber. Be silent. A plumber. A person who repairs water pipes. A plumber. A person who repairs water pipes. Bellhop. Bellhop. A person who carries bags. A porter. Bellhop. Porter. Person who carries bags. Suits. Travel suits. 2. Workplace. Hospital. O-A. Hospital. A place to cure patients. An office. An office. An office. a store, a shop. O as a sound, O as a shop. Uniform. Handle money, calculate sums. Handle money, calculate sums. 3. A front desk agent. A front desk agent. Receptionist. A person who registers hotel guests. Manager. Actually. In fact. That's funny. That's surprising. That's funny. That's surprising. Reduction. Hate. Love. Remember. Clinic. A place for looking after patients. A place for looking after patients. 6. Exciting. T soft D. Exciting. 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 Amazing. Terrific. Great. Wonderful. What do you do? What do you do? 1. Word power. Jobs. Jobs. American, British, jobs. O as a sound in American, jobs. Match the jobs with the pictures, then listen and practice. In this unit, we will talk about jobs. Match the jobs, these jobs, with the pictures. Then listen and practice. Listen and repeat. So you have your different jobs. You look at them and these pictures and match them. Example. What's her job? She's a police officer. So number 1, this is number 1, K, police officer. Police, not police. خلي بالنا النطق الصحيح police، ان في ناس كتيرة جدا بتنطق police، هي نطق بريطاني وامريكي. police officer. Number 1, K. Number 2, okay, let's read the jobs first. A, accountant, a person who handles money, a person who takes money. Bellhop, a person who carries bags. Cashier, someone who takes money. A doctor works in hospital. Electrician, like this, someone who fixes electricity. Front desk clerk, a receptionist. Nurse, a nurse works in a hospital. Office manager, an office manager, a manager of an office. Painter, like decorator, someone who paints the walls. Painter. Plumber, be silent, a plumber, someone who fixes water pipes. Police officer, K, this is 1. Receptionist works in a hotel. Salesperson, a salesperson sells things. Security guard makes people safe. Taxi driver, a taxi driver drives a taxi. Taxi, cab. Vendor, a vendor, a salesperson, someone who sells things. Vendor sells things. 1 minute, try to finish and match these jobs with the pictures. 16 pictures, 16 jobs. Finished? Answer. Listen.
Unit 8. What do you do? Page 50, Exercise 1. Word power. Jobs. Part A. Match the jobs with the pictures. Then listen and practice. 1.
K. Police officer.
2.
O. Taxi driver.
3.
P. Vendor.
4. J. Plumber. 5. E. Electrician. 6. I. Painter. 7.
H. Office manager.
8.
A. Accountant.
9.
L. Receptionist.
10. F. Front desk clerk. 11. B. Bellhop. 12.
G. Nurse.
13.
D. Doctor.
14. M. Salesperson. 15. C. Cashier. 16. N. Security guard.
Listen again.
Unit 8. What do you do? Page 50, Exercise 1. Word power. Jobs. Part A. Match the jobs with the pictures. Then listen and practice. 1.
K. Police officer.
2.
O. Taxi driver.
3.
P. Vendor.
4. J. Plumber. 5. E. Electrician. 6. I. Painter. 7.
H. Office manager.
8.
A. Accountant.
9.
L. Receptionist.
10. F. Front desk clerk. 11. B. Bellhop. 12.
G. Nurse.
13.
D. Doctor.
14. M. Salesperson. 15. C. Cashier. 16. N. Security guard.
B. Pair work. Ask questions about the people in party. What are their jobs? You and your friend are going to ask questions. What is her job? She's a police officer. Like this. 1. What's her job? She's a police officer. What's his job? He's a taxi driver. What does he do? He drives a taxi. What's her job? She's a vendor. What does she do? She sells things. What's his job? He's a plumber. What does a plumber do? A plumber fixes water pipes. What does she do? She's an electrician. What does he do? He's a painter. He paints the walls. He paints the walls. What's her job? What does she do? She's a manager. She manages the company. She manages a company. Exercise number 2. The workplace. Pair work between two persons. Pair 2. Who works in these places? Complete the chart with jobs from exercise number 1. Add one more job to each list. In this exercise, you will make a conversation like a doctor works in a hospital. A nurse works in a hospital too. A and B, Ahmed and Muhammad. In a hospital, a doctor, a nurse. What are other jobs? Who works in a hospital? Who works in a hospital? A doctor, a nurse. A front desk agent works in a hospital. An accountant works in a hospital. A surgeon works in a hospital. This is a surgeon, doctor who makes surgeries. A doctor who makes operations. Who works in an office? What do you see in the picture? Two young men, two young ladies. They are in a meeting. This is a meeting for work. Meeting, American. British, meeting. They are in a meeting for work. They're talking. Who works in an office? An office manager works in an office. An accountant works in an office. A police officer works in an office. An architect, an engineer works in an office. Three, what's this? A supermarket, a store, a shop. Who works in a shop? A cashier. A cashier works in a shop. An accountant works in a shop. A salesperson works in a shop. A clerk, a security guard works in a shop. In a store, an accountant, a salesperson, a clerk, a security guard. Picture 4. This is a hotel. Guests, employees, receptionist, front desk agent, bellhop, a person who carries bags, bellhop, security guard, manager. In a hotel, receptionist, bellhop, security guard, manager. B. Class activity. Ask and answer who. Who questions about jobs. Use these words. Who wears a uniform? A police officer wears a uniform. A security guard wears a uniform too. Who stands all day? A vendor stands all day. A receptionist stands all day. Who sits all day? A cashier sits all day. Sit down. Who sits all day? A cashier. Who handles money? An accountant handles money. Who talks to people? A doctor talks to people. A doctor talks to sick people. A doctor talks to ill people. Who works at night? A police officer works at night. A policeman works at night. Who works hard? A nurse works hard. A security guard works hard. Who makes a lot of money? A surgeon makes a lot of money. A surgeon makes a lot of money. T, saf D, a lot of, and F as V. A surgeon makes a lot of money. Exercise number 3, conversation. Look at the picture. What do you see? Front desk agent, receptionist, guest, manager. This is a hotel. 2 young ladies. They're very happy. They're talking. They're smiling. Listen and practice. Listen and repeat.
Page 51. Exercise 3. Conversation. He works in a hotel. Listen and practice.
Where does your brother work?
In a hotel.
Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's a front desk clerk.
How does he like it?
He hates it. He doesn't like the manager.
That's too bad. What hotel does he work for?
The Plaza.
That's funny. My brother works there too.
Oh, that's interesting. What does he do?
Actually, he's the manager.
Page 51. Exercise 3. Conversation. He works in a hotel. Listen and practice.
Where does your brother work?
In a hotel.
Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's a front desk clerk.
How does he like it?
He hates it. He doesn't like the manager.
That's too bad. What hotel does he work for?
The Plaza.
That's funny. My brother works there too.
Oh, that's interesting. What does he do?
Actually, he's the manager.
Rachel and Angela are talking. Where does your brother work? In a hotel. Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. Too also. He's a front desk agent. Front desk agent, a receptionist. How does he like it? He hates it. What's his opinion in his work? How does he like it? What's his opinion? He hates it. He doesn't like the manager. That's too bad. What hotel does he work for? The Plaza. That's funny. Funny. My brother works there too. My brother works for the Plaza too. My brother works in the Plaza Hotel too. Oh, that's interesting. What does he do? What's his job? What does he do? What's his job? Actually, he's the manager. He's the manager. Exercise number 4. In exercise number 4, grammar focus, the lesson is about the simple present WH questions. Listen and repeat.
Page 52, Exercise 4, Grammar Focus. Simple present WH questions.
Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I'm a doctor.
How do you like it?
I really like it.
Where does he work?
In a hotel.
What does he do?
He's a manager.
How does he like it?
It's okay.
Where do they work?
In a store.
What do they do?
They're cashiers.
How do they like it?
They hate it.
Page 52, Exercise 4, Grammar Focus. Simple present WH questions.
Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I'm a doctor.
How do you like it?
I really like it.
Where does he work?
In a hotel.
What does he do?
He's a manager.
How does he like it?
It's okay.
Where do they work?
In a store.
What do they do?
They're cashiers.
How do they like it?
They hate it.
Simple present WH questions. Where do you work? Where? Place. Where do you work? I work in a hospital. American hospital. Where? Place. What do you do? What do you? What do you do? What do you do? What's your job? I'm a doctor. What do you do? I'm a doctor. How do you like it? How do you like it? What's your opinion? How do you like it? I really like it. I really like it. Where? Where does he work? In a hotel. What does he do? He's a manager. How does he like it? It's okay. Okay, not bad. It's fine. Where do they work? In a store. Where? In a store, in a shop. What do they do? They're cashiers. Cashiers handle money. How do they like it? They hate it. They don't like it. So in this question, you make WH question in the simple present. You start with question word, where, what, how. Do, does. Do, do you, do we, do they, do I, main verb. Question word, where, what, how, does, he, she, it, main verb. Main verb, infinitive.
Is questions about work. So, a question about the name or the type of place, we say, where do you work? Where do you work? So an answer, I work at a restaurant, or I work at Dino's restaurant. Again, the name, for example, I work at Dino's restaurant, or the type of place, I work at a restaurant. So general and also specific. For the job, the specific job or the position, we say, what do you do? What do you do? For example, I am a cook. So the job or the position of the work, we say, what do you do? Now, the opinion of the job, we say, how do you like it? Now remember, it is the job. how do you like your job? Or how do you like it? For the opinion. And the answer, for example, it's great. It's great. Again, for the name or the type of place, we say, where do you work? The job position, we say, what do you do? And for the opinion, we say, how do you like it? Or how do you like your job? Very good. Okay. So, remember, for questions in the third person, with he, she, and it, we use does for the auxiliary. So again, the name or type of place. For your sister, we say, where does your sister work? Does, because your sister is a girl, a she. Where does your sister work? She works at the hospital, right? The place. Very good. The position or job, what does she do? She is a doctor. She's a doctor. The position or the particular specific job. And the opinion, how does she like it? And the answer, she loves it. And remember, it is the job. Very good. Okay, let's look at some different ways to answer this question. How do you like it? Now, it, in this context, we are talking about the job, it. But it can be anything. How do you like it? Could be the city you live in, or the food that you eat. How do you like it? Very good. So we can say, I love it. I love it. Or it's great. Okay? Or we can say, it's all right. Or it's okay. And we can say, I don't like it. Or I don't like it very much. Or the extreme, I hate it. I hate it. So these are different ways to answer the question, how do you like it? Very good.
Simple present questions. What time do you? What time do we? What time do they? What time do I? Plus infinitive. Infinitive, main verb. Infinitive without to. What time do you get up? At what time do you get up? Get up, T soft D. T between two vowels, between E and U, soft D. Get up. At 7 o'clock. So A, question, what time do you get up? B, at 7 o'clock. What time does he? What time does she? What time does it? So here, what time, question word. What time? When? Where? A and B. When does she go to work? Go to, T soft D. When does she go to work? She goes to work every day. When? Every day. Again, what time? Or question word, when? How? Does he, she, it. Subject, he, she, it. With does. Plus infinitive. When does she go to work? She goes to work every day. A. Complete these conversations, then practice with a partner. 1 minute, answer these questions. A. What does your sister do? My sister? She's a nurse. Does she? It's difficult, but she loves it. 1. What does your sister do? My sister, she's a nurse. How does she like it? How does she like it? How? Like. It's difficult, but she loves it. 1 answers, how, like. Number 2. Does your brother? In a hotel, the front desk clerk. Front desk clerk receptionist. Oh, does he? He doesn't really like it. 2. Where does your brother work? Where does your brother work? In a hotel is a front desk clerk. Oh, how does he like it? He doesn't really like it. How? Like. Where? Work. Number 2 answers. A. Where? Work. A. How? Like. 3. Do your parents their jobs? Parents, mom and dad, father and mother. Oh, I guess they like them. I guess. I think. I don't remember. Do they? In an office in the city. An office in the city, the place of work. A. How do your parents like their jobs? How do your mom and dad like their jobs? Oh, I guess they like them. They like their jobs. I don't remember. Where do they work? I don't remember. Where do they work? Don't? Done. T silent. In an office in the city. 3 answers. How? Like. Where? Work. 4. Do you? I'm a student. I see. Do you? Your classes. They're great. I like them a lot. 4. What do you do? What do you do? What's your job? What do you do? I'm a student. I see. How do you like your classes? They're great. I like them a lot. What? Do? How? Like. B. Pair work. Ask questions about these people. Where do they work? What do they do? How do they like it? Example, Laura. Look at the picture. A boy, a young lady, a book. What does Laura do? Laura is a teacher. She teaches pupils. She works in a primary school. She works in elementary school. Elementary, American, British, primary school. Exercise number 5.
Page 52, Exercise 5, Pronunciation. Reduction of do. Listen and practice. Notice the reduction of do.
Where do you work? What do you do?
Where do they work? What do they do?
Page 52, Exercise 5, Pronunciation. Reduction of do. Listen and practice. Notice the reduction of do.
Where do you work? What do you do?
Where do they work? What do they do?
Pronunciation, reduction of do. Reduction, abbreviation. Listen and practice. Listen and repeat. Notice the reduction of do. Where do you work? Do you? Where do you work? Link between do and you. Where do you work? What do you do? What do you? What do you do? Where do they work? What do they do? So you make a link between do and you, do and they. That's the end of Unit 8 Part 1. Homework number 1. Answer the first 3 pages. 2. Listen, repeat, keep the words by heart. Go to www.interchangearcade.org. Watch Mr. Kyle's video. الواجب هيكون أول حاجة نحفظ الكلمات كويس جدا. بعد كده نسمع مرة واثنين وثلاثة ونكرر ونعيد ونزيد. نحل أول 3 صفحات في الورك بوك عندنا في كتاب انترتشينج انترو ورك بوك. نتفرج على حلقة الفيديو. نخش على www.interchangearcade.org علشان هيكون في مجموعة من الأسئلة الظريفة والطريفة عبارة عن ألعاب. وأخيرا نتفرج على الفيديو بتاع مستر كايل عن WH questions in the simple present. Wish you all good luck. Please share it, like it, share it and subscribe.